Karin.
In 21st century.
What are you singing?
You got it.
What's up, faggots?
Oh yeah, what's up?
I think it is important to say for this first time though that we have a new format now, slightly different. I forgot about this.
I was gonna say, you wanna wait?
So we have a new format now. We're gonna be slowly changing it. We got a few more steps before we're in the new format, but you know, I thought I'd do a soft launch on it, you know. And then the new set doesn't come until the webcam.
Oh yeah,
webcam's
baby.
coming. I don't know when.
All right, here we go. Karin. Crying.
Too much crying already. Let's count how many times there's a crying scene. 1.
I have plushies, but you see, I am grown up, so I have Mario and Sonic.
Oh, so grown up. I mean, Nintendo even of all plushies. Fuck Nintendo.
Whoa, that's gonna leave a mark.
She fainted.
Fuck that puppet.
Yeah, I would really like if people would like work a little harder on their anime casting.
Yeah. Fuck Funimation.
They're like moving one frame per. Those legs are like.
It looks fine.
I guess, I don't know, they look a little quick.
Crying! Another crying scene.
What was the X for?
I'm counting.
She did get bit again, didn't she?
Eat your fill.
Yeah, she bit her. She bit her again, so she got.
So now she's happy again.
Yeah.
Damn it! She's so annoying happy, man. I know you hate overly positive people.
I do.
I agree, but like I don't like overly depressing people either, because they get me down. You don't really have any issues, like you don't have cancer or anything. You're not in debt.
I don't mind depressed people, but I do mind people like Alex who thinks everything's stupid. What do they call it? Pessimistic? No, not pessimistic, because depression is. Huh?
A cynic?
A cynic?
Cynical?
Cynical? Cynical. Cynical people are awful.
They annoy me
I'd
too.
rather have a depression person over a cynical person any day. Depressed person, I should say.
Yeah, cynical people are really annoying because they just can't enjoy anything. Everything sucks except for their boner-induced nostalgic things they grew up with. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. She gave him tomatoes for lunch.
Yeah, you weren't paying attention, man. You've been talking this whole time. I'm trying to watch.
I'm just shopping with a classmate. But my heart is starting to pound. Could this be? Could it be? Could it be?
Mocha.
Yes, sexual arousement.
I was gonna say love, but...
Crying! More crying!
Can't you give a little girl a pass?
No!
It's okay. It was so cute when she did that.
That voice. That.
Really
It was so cute when she did that.
Well, they
The
get
same-
cute in a different way.
The same way that humans
Back then.
get closer to death from the second they're born, women get closer to ugliness the second they're born.
Kanju?
Crying! Fucking crying! Fuck crying!
Crying. You're the one who says you don't mind sad people.
Oh my god. Dude, Karen's such a nub. Oh, why would you shoo? Oh, the puppy! The dog was so cute!
I was scared.
Why would you shoo that away?
Oh, she was looking for her. She was scaring off the dog because she was scared it was gonna attack her sister. That tiny little thing.
She stopped crying.
Were
for a
there
second.
tears? Were there tears in her eyes as she came out of the mud?
No.
Was it all one long cry session?
No. She was crying because she was scared, and now she's crying for different. Crying!
We're already on 5. Can't take this, man.
Fuck Karen.
I won't lose any.
I know
They're
you.
so stupid.
I know you fuckers would never watch this in your spare time. Well, I take that back. Y'all watched Fruits Basket apparently and loved it.
Yeah, well, I mean, the only people that would watch reactions probably have seen it. You don't come on this channel to watch new anime. They're just like, oh, I love that show. I want to see what they think about it. And then if you hate it, you probably never seen it or forgot about it. Very forgettable. What do you think is more beautiful, the sunset or the sunrise?
I think just the feeling a sunrise gives me because you get up, you look out the window. It's a fresh new day full of possibilities.
Really? Is it?
I like that.
Jeez.
But
Mine tastes normal.
I will
It isn't
admit,
salty at all.
a sunset looks prettier because it's got all those purples and oranges.
Yeah.
Sunrise doesn't have that.
Good to hear.
That's what I was gonna say.
So, if you're asking me what's more beautiful,
Keep it up, me.
yeah,
I'm
sunset.
gonna make Karin
Definitely.
Originals
I don't think you
number
could have
2
worded
and
it
number 3
better than I couldn't have worded it better myself.
Mocha, someday you'll be a great mom. Children, you're good at cooking.
If you see that face, you run. If children are brought up to a woman or marriage and she makes that face, you gotta get out of there.
You know what I heard? Speaking of kids, I heard someone say, kids are the worst STD.
That's hilarious.
Because you know.
Well, I mean, if you don't want
Just getting
kids,
home? Where were
what
you
if
all
you
this
want?
time?
What if you want crabs?
Well, I mean,
mind
people are
that.
like, how dare you compare a human being to a disease?
Liberals do all the time.
And they have the bigger voice out here. Okay.
Well, there you go.
Abort them all.
Fuck babies.
I hate kids.
Murder all the babies.
Actually, Usui and I went
Get rid of
halves
them.
on it.
We would be better off without them.
America will rise on the blood of babies.
Baby blood.
Something wrong, Anju?
They're an easy target too. They don't fight back. We can't.
Nice stuff.
Ew.
Oh, the sound?
Yeah. They're not. Are they old?
What should I make Usui for lunch tomorrow?
Well, I mean, we could skip the credits altogether.
Yeah. Well, I thought we were gonna do one big talk about both episodes. We're doing one talk per episode.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right.
But, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What if you took it in Vegas, the intro, and put it in reverse?
Ryan.
All these weird reverse claps. No, that was just weird. That would weird people out and they might laugh out of confusion like the first time, but it'll probably get old.
Now we're in the segment of afterthoughts. All right, David. What are your thoughts? I know there's always crying.
6 cries in a single 20-minute episode of Karin.
Of Karin. Yeah. I mean, I feel like we always had that. I mean, there's always crying going on, but I don't know. The crying was already getting to me. She was making Kenta
She gave him
the
a
wrong
dish
food
with she made him a dish that featured
with tomatoes.
Oh, it was all tomatoes.
It was everything tomato.
everything tomato.
Ew.
And it was everything burrito. It was
And then he got sick.
there's some rice in there too, but
Yeah.
mainly she just happens to make a dish where each food item in there is tomato based, and then without her knowing, she's not aware that he has been eating nothing but tomatoes, and from what it looked like, just a tomato. Eat it like an apple. Like it didn't look like his mom prepared it either. From what we saw, she just plopped a big bag of tomatoes, put one on his plate, dig in. So he's clearly sick of them, but she doesn't know that. So she thinks he didn't like my dish.
And so she thinks that he's gonna like leave her because he doesn't want her
As
to.
young girls with heartthrobs do.
Yeah.
And so she goes in her bed and cries about it.
Yeah.
And she cries to her sister.
But then also like there's this little thing about her, like she sees the 2 little sisters in the supermarket, and then she's reminded of her sister Anju. Like, where did this come from? It's like they were like trying to have like a side story. Like what the main story was like Kenta and Karin, that she was afraid that she was gonna lose him, and so she couldn't make tomatoes anymore. But then it's also a side story of how much Anju cares about Karin. And then I think what's happening is Anju is afraid of losing Karin to Kenta, but she doesn't get in the way though. She helps them. So I gotta give credit. Anju's pretty cool. Like she's not trying to get in their way. She's trying to help Karin and Kenta get along and date and get better acquainted. But at the same time, she's like afraid of losing Karin.
Yeah. So the whole flashback thing was to develop their relationship and show, they had a long history.
Yeah, and I think that's all there is when it comes to this episode, because Kenta and her, like, big whoop. She now knows not to make Kenta tomatoes. Like, oh, you know what else developed?
She was imagining.
She was,
we're gonna have kids
yeah.
someday.
So the plot development, how it moved the story forward, is now we know that Kenta accidentally slipped the question. And he let her know that he's interested in marriage and kids.
Well, I don't think Maybe. All he said was, you'd make a great mom someday.
That's true.
Now, when a woman says she'd make a great dad someday, it's a little different.
Yes.
But he's...
But regardless of what Kenta meant, now we know Karin took that as an advancement towards marriage. Like, we took Karin now as girls do, as women do, and now imagine that he wants to have kids with her and raise her children.
Yes, indeed.
So that's the advancements in the story, basically. We got Anju over here, freaking loving her sister and missing her and doesn't want to lose her. And their bond is being more revealed in the writing and the storyline. And then we have Kenta, who now it looks like they're moving more towards a serious relationship. Karin still needs to bite him, though.
But I don't want him to be unrealistically drugged happy. Like, it's just unnatural,
True.
man.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I don't think that's healthy.
I don't know. Okay, so, I mean, this show is so boring,
Maybe
though.
because they're meant for each other, it'll be different. I'll bet you anything. I'll bet you anything, because this is a romance. They're gonna have at the end, or maybe near the end, they're gonna have it be like, she finally bites him, but because they were soulmates and meant for each other, instead of being wow like his mom, she's just gonna, I'm happy now.
Yeah, I feel content with my life. What every man wants, to be bitten by a woman on the neck. You know what to do.
Well, yeah, no, I
But
would
it's
never
very
watch this on my
boring.
own. It is.
The writing is
It's not really interesting.
no.
It doesn't keep me wanting to watch more.
That's another thing. Like, these episodes, they don't pack a lot to them. They feel like filler episodes. You know what I mean? Like, there's some episodes like Steins Gate, or, like good animes out there. Attack on Titan,
I'm not L. Ergo Proxy.
Ergo Proxy. Psychopaths is a good one. That one's getting popular more and more. But yeah, animes like that.
For example, like Ergo Proxy, they had a whole episode where they're stranded.
Yeah, that
was just one big character development.
That was my favorite episode.
And the thing is, that can be done poorly. You can be like you can watch something and be like, oh, they just needed to develop a character, so let's have them do this. But in Ergo Proxy,
everything had a meaning. That show was so poetic. It was like Blade Runner. I feel like Ergo Proxy.
It's inspired.
You saw Ergo Proxy, right?
Of course.
Remember when she was walking into the Wait!
Okay.
Remember when she was walking into the hallway to meet with her father, who has a gas mask on his face, and those statues are floating on the side? Didn't that look exactly like Blade Runner when they were walking through the hall at the facility that made the bioorganism?
Yeah, well...
And they had all the bodies floating in the tubes?
Yeah.
Ergo Proxy was inspired, almost directly by Blade Runner, I feel like.
Or the other way around.
Well, Blade Runner came out in the 80s.
Is Ergo Proxy a little newer?
Yeah, Ergo Proxy 2007.
That
Animes from the 80s looked like shit. I wouldn't even watch animes.
Ergo Proxy looked too good to be. Okay. I never said this, but during 2049, I kept thinking, man, dude, this is kind of like reminding me of Ergo Proxy, especially the replicants. How they're almost you cannot tell if they're a human or a replicant. I mean, even more so in Blade Runner, because they actually have organs and blood and stuff. But in Ergo Proxy, the robots are so complex. They had a vertebra you could see, when they were operating on one of them. And I don't know, it's been a while since you watched it. But they were operating on one, fixing her, inserting a chip or whatever. And she had a vertebra and tissue. They have some designed.
You know what I'm talking about?
To be human
look like
companions.
Iggy.
No, not Iggy. Of course.
Oh, you're right, the little girl.
Yes.
Okay,
they have
I get
sex bots too.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That little girl was so cute. What they called her, Bunny or something?
I don't think they called her Bunny, but she had the bunny suit.
If you want to see more of our episodes,
you know what to do.
You know what to do.
Peace out, dudes. I don't want to be one of them rate, share, and subscribe and all that.
When you say, hey, don't forget to subscribe, do you think, they forgot? Oh shit, I did like that. Yeah, if I really enjoyed it and I want to see more, I'm gonna subscribe, most likely. You don't need to tell me. And when you do, I feel a little pushed.